paint a picture just from now, call it to the next 12 months. What should I be looking forward to? What are the big milestones? What should I be watching out for that's going to matter to the overall shape of this market? Diogo, why don't you go first?
Thank you.
As a macro guy.
Yeah, as a macro guy, clearly. Let me just say, I hate making predictions because I hate being wrong. And so this is actually where I come
All right, you're on stage and token.
Yeah.
We're here to the predictions.
So one of the ones that I have for myself is, I think I don't know if it's this cycle, but I think it will be this cycle still. This concept of on-chain IPOs, of let's not lower the bar of quality, but let's lower the bar of revenue, of what's necessary for a company to actually be listed on-chain, and make that path to actually then be listed in a public traded company. Companies are staying private for longer. $500 million is known to be one of the marks in which like an actual underwriter gets excited. Why? Why is that the case? So let's actually like solve our own problem and actually create value and create utility by automating and making it easier for companies to be listed. And I think this is actually a good thing in its narrative. And I think we're already seeing announcements, people trying to do this. And it's not distributed generally as a trend, but I think it's going to be a trend for this next cycle. It's going to be on-chain IPOs, which is a fascinating turn of events. They're actual securities. They're actual securities, registered securities, they're legal, they have all of the apparatus, they're going to be on-chain. The second one that I like, but it's kind of like more pie in the sky, is this thing that I've been calling generative finance, which is most of AI to crypto combination is obviously not very real. Like a lot of these things are not real. But one thing that's kind of interesting is I can say two statements that are pretty uncontroversial. One of them is that right now we have the ability of turning language into code. And those are LLMs, and it's only getting better. And the second statement is we also have the ability through DeFi to turn code into financial instruments. So if you take one and the other, that means that we have the ability to turn language into financial instruments. And that is what I'm calling generative finance, which is pretty cool. So a lot of innovation. I don't know if it's this cycle, but a lot of stuff will come from hyper-specialized financial products, hyper-specialized products that can just be built on top of this combination.
Right. So nothing about liquidity.
Nothing about liquidity.
Okay. Next 12 months, what should we see?
I think IPOs, and that's a big deal. VCs need to recycle capital, and the investors need to recycle capital. That is liquidity. But we're at the point in the cycle where that has to happen. And that will unlock the next wave of capital investment into projects that come out in 2 or 3 years' time. So I think that's really important. I think the rise of the sovereign wealth fund investor, that completely solidifies what Bitcoin is to everybody on Earth. That is happening. So that's going to be a big thing for the rest of the year. And I think somebody this year is going to make a big stab at digital ID. That has to happen. We cannot have AI. We don't know who's who on X anymore. This is a massive problem that's going to have to get solved, and somebody's going to have a stab at it.